Capricorn, this is going to be your weekly for May 11th through the 17th, and I'm sorry I didn't get back with the weeklies last week, but things have been happening, and some things are just not meant to happen whenever you intend for them to. So, trying to get better, trying to get more readings out for you guys, and thank you for tuning in, and here we go. These are going to be about 5 minutes long, and give or take, and hopefully we will get a message out for you. But that looks like where we're at for the week, Capricorn. If you go to connect or contact somebody from the past, because it seems like this, there might be someone from the past that you're trying to communicate with, but they may have some baggage related to you. But it seems like with the moon, there is a lot of water here for you being an earth sign this week. So it's likely that there's going to be a flood of emotions, and at the end of this week, you're going to come out more emotionally intelligent somehow, which is kind of an odd phrase, an odd way to put it, but you could realize what position somebody else would have been in, and they could be shining a light on something that you were not aware of, or a few things that you weren't aware of. So we have got the Page of Cups, the Moon, and the King of Cups all in reverse. And whenever you're having these conversations or having this connection, realize your feelings are not the only ones that matter. With the King of Cups, and it's not that the other person's feelings are the ones that matter, only person who matters either, but it's likely that you're dealing with a water sign, because these are all water sign cards. And yeah, I really want to say, yeah, the ocean comes to rest on the beach, but it doesn't stay. So don't expect emotions to stay the same. Don't expect feelings to stay the same. There is an ebb and a flow to emotions, just as there is to the sea. Whenever you're having some kind of creative blocks with communicating with someone, it may be just time for you to step back and see what it is that the water is going to do. See what the emotions are going to do. Like, it seems like there's a lot of emotions being given, and it's unfiltered, because the ocean is unfiltered water. It's just, could be a lot of sharing about disappointment and where they want to be and what's been blocking them from doing that. But if you're coming back to open up these doorways, open up these gates, almost like a lock and dam kind of a situation, it's like you have to have a plan of action on how to deal with these emotions, Capricorn. And not just yours, but this other person's. How much are you going to be willing to listen? How much can you listen? And can you, like, truly listen, not just, like, hear the noise on the other end of the phone and wait for your turn to talk, but, like, listen to what the other person is saying. Because these are two people that are trying to communicate. They're trying to release fear, and they're trying to deal with this confusion. Excuse me. And it's likely because both of these people have quite a bit of repressed emotion about a lot of things. It's not just one event. And you're going to have to be very careful as to whether or not you are misinterpreting your own emotions as well as what this other person is trying to communicate. There's going to be a point where it feels like you are being attacked, and that's not... You're going to take it as emotional manipulation, and the other person is just sharing. Now, I put it like that because, and I think that you're going to feel attacked about it, because Capricorn is, like, I don't know the rest of your chart. Obviously, this is, I'm kind of going off the basis of this is your moon or your rising sign, or your sun or your rising sign. It could be your moon sign, but it's one of your big three, okay? And Earth can take in some water, but there's a point at which it is over capacity and it's just flooded. Like, it can't hold anymore, and it's just a swamp, and it's not necessarily something that you want to adapt readily to. You're going to be better off if you come in with a plan of action and kind of direct conversation a little bit better than just allowing this flood of emotion to come in. Because whoever this person is, they're used to dealing with the emotion. They're used to going to therapy. They're used to talking about this stuff. And they can talk about the emotion of today, or like it was, from 20 years ago, and they can talk about the emotions from 20 years ago like it's like it happened today. And it's a lot of likely it's someone who can feel everything all at once and in the same way. And they can even drown their own emotions out, or they found a way to drown their own emotions out and put kind of a fractional significance on it. But they can still pick it up and put it down anytime that they want to. For you may not be able to do this because Earth sign, right? And you may be able to, even if you're have a lot of fire in your chart, and you think that, okay, well, I'm a passionate person, I can express my feelings too. It's like, that is not the same thing. A water sign and a fire sign can have, or someone who has primarily fire or primarily water in their chart is going to be both very expressive, but it's going to be coming from two wildly different places. Fire signs use it to fuel, and water signs kind of embody the emotion. And it's, yeah, I hope that makes some kind of sense out there. But this is like 8 minutes long, and I was trying to keep these a little bit shorter. But you could find yourself in a confusing spot because it makes sense, but it doesn't make, like what they're saying makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. And it could be because you're seeing a situation from your point of view, and you've never been able to see or even hear their point of view. And now you have that opportunity, and it's like, well, why would they see it like that? Why would they feel that way about something? Because that wasn't my intent, and that wasn't how I saw it. Because it is the King of Cups. It's the king. It's someone who is there to manage the emotion, to kind of control the emotion, to put it in line and put it in its hierarchy, as it were. And that's not how this is going to go, to say the least. And this could be you reaching into another part of yourself where you're confronting emotions from different times in your life that you didn't understand them at the time. And you may have even been made to feel as though you were being adolescent about it. Being childish about it because you felt something about a situation, and it's it's because the other person didn't know how to handle their own shit. But it seems like this person was in a very austere, kind of judgmental perspective, whether or not they were raised in that kind of viewpoint or not, to where it was closed off and emotions don't matter because, well, it just gets in the way anyway, so I don't know why you bothered. But I am going to let you go, guys, and thank you for tuning into this weekly reading. I am still putting up the dailies, and I really appreciate it if you would hit the like and subscribe and comment below, but I will see you guys later, and I'm still putting out the dailies, so thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.